After a summer of wondering, waiting and hopefully relaxing a little too, results day is here. Not as many scenes of high emotion as we've had in previous years, with many students checking online on the UCAS website first to see if they've been accepted into their chosen university. But wherever you get your first idea of the results, the delight, disappointment and relief at it all being over is the same. The pass rates for grades A star to E are 94% for Westside School, 93% for Bayside and 88% for the Gibraltar College. There's an overall rate of 32% for the top grades, A star to B. And there are 12 Gibraltar scholars who've achieved 3 A grades or more.
I did economics, history and mathematics and I got A star, AA in economics and A star.
And what are you planning to do now?
Hopefully in September I'll be going to London School of Economics to study economics or King's College in London too. So.
I took biology, chemistry and Spanish and I got an A for biology, an A for Spanish and a B for chemistry.
And yourself?
I did chemistry, maths and physics and I got a B for maths, a C for chemistry and a D for physics.
I got A star in maths and French and an A in economics.
And what are you going to be doing next?
I'm taking a gap year next year and I deferred my entry to apply to King's College London to study economics.
I did music, business and economics and I got BBC.
And I did English literature, history and Spanish and I got AAB.
And I've got 3 A's and a C.
What are you going to study at university?
I'm doing a course at Guildford School of Acting called Actor Musician.
Well, I took English literature, history and religion and I got 2 A stars and an A.
I did geography, business and math and I got 3 A's. And yeah, I got better than I expected, so I'm over the moon, yeah, I'm really happy.
And what are you going on to do?
I'm doing accounting and finance in Southampton.
And yourself?
I'm doing law at Oxford.
I did biology, chemistry and maths, I got 3 stars.
Yourself?
Same subjects as him, I got EDC.
And yourself?
I did chemistry, biology and Spanish and I got CEA.
I got 3 A's and a B. The A's were in the sciences and the maths and then a B in further maths.
I've done a lot better than what I thought I was going to do. I've got a B for geography and a C for biology.
And what are you going to be doing now?
Now I'm going to be going to Falmouth University in September to study marine and natural history photography.
I did ICT and accounting.
And how have you done?
I got the accounting, I didn't do well.
I've done ICT, Spanish and French. And I've just got my ICT results, I'm really good. And now I need to wait to get my other results in Westside.
I've done ICT and Spanish and I've done pretty good, so we're going to go find out what we've done for the Westside ones.
I've done psychology and I've done ICT and I've got a C for psychology and a D for ICT.
And what will you be doing next?
I'm heading to uni in September, Southampton Solent. I'm doing game development, software development and all that. And I needed 2 Ds to get into the course, so I just made it.
Slight dip in the pass rate, but only very slight. We're very happy with the results. I've got to congratulate the students and the teachers. I mean, the students, I think they've done exceptionally well and been supported by the teachers. It's been a very difficult year for teachers because they've had to adjust to the new courses, much more difficult specifications, course content, and it's been very stressful. The teachers have delivered, the students have risen up to the challenges, and between them, I think that we've done brilliantly well. I'm very happy.
Slightly down on last year. This year we're down to 93%, A star to E, which is still a very good percentage, pass rate, bearing in mind that exams are getting more difficult. The academic content of exams is getting more difficult. And we've managed to maintain entries, so the number of students doing exams, we've managed to maintain numbers, and still we've managed to keep the pass rate above the 90% mark, which is always a very good thing. So we're very happy in general.
Well, we're very pleased with the results this year. They're actually up on last year. Having looked at the AS and the A2 results from last year, they're up 1 and 2 percentage points in some cases, so we couldn't really be any happier than we are.
This year has seen added stress with the reformed A-levels, which introduced new syllabuses, de-emphasised coursework and focused on exam-based assessment, as well as concerns over administrative errors and moderation in the UK.
The main challenge really has been the content, the academic content. Exams nowadays are getting more and more academically orientated, and that in itself is a very increased challenge.
There's been more course content, yes, so therefore everything is more difficult. All the subject, the last subject that goes into the new specification is the history of art this year, but all the other subjects we were delivering new courses at AS or at A level.
Has it been a stressful year with the new A levels?
Yes, yes. And next year's going to be even worse, but
At least it's a good example of what we can do next year. So.
yeah.
You don't pass over your grade from last year, so for those of us who did well at AS, it was a bit disappointing at first to know that it didn't count for anything. But no, I mean, I think we've all pulled through, and from what I hear, there's still a good pass rate, there's still a lot of scholars.
New spec, and it was a lot of studying and trying to figure out how the kind of new specs work, but yeah, it was fine.
Well, the thing is that there's been reports in the UK that the moderation hasn't been done in the way that perhaps some authorities feel it should have been done. And therefore there may be more of a case for certain remarks, particularly in cases where students may have not done as well as they or their teachers expected, and therefore this is something that, with the support of the Department of Education, will be supported so that people do get a second chance if they feel that they haven't been fairly treated by moderation.
What we don't want is everybody now rushing to a remark, not because of any financial considerations, to be honest, but because remarks per se are actually dangerous. The grades could go up or they could go down. So the advice would be, once we have those grade boundaries, once we can have a look at the UMS marks and what they are, to have a look at who is actually sitting on a grade boundary, and then that would be the advice. Then that would be the obvious person to recommend for a remark.
Now, whether they have good news to celebrate or bad news to come to terms with, today is a special day for most A-level students, the real end of school and the first step to whatever's next.